Good morning, YouTube. Bear with BearIndependent.com. Joined by the Ganache. Say what's up, Ganache.
What's up?
But we're not going to talk about Ganache and fondant stuff. We're going to talk about preparedness things, which is why you're here.
Me?
No, not you, which is why the internet is here. Good question, though. So, I just wanted to illustrate a little point as a thought piece for y'all. We are in a vehicle headed to a softball game, and my wife and my other kids and grandma are going to meet us there.
Because I have to be there an hour.
Because you have to be there an hour early. And here's the deal. Oh, we're just going to get in and go. No, we're not. Move this from this car, do this with this thing, move this here, blah, 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 blah. Two things I want to illustrate. Number one, I hear it all the time from people who haven't done it. I'm just gonna bug out. You're not gonna just gonna anything. Nobody's gonna just gonna anything. It doesn't work that way. In fact, it's a common joke around me and my crews, I'm just gonna. You're not just gonna anything, including hop in your vehicle and bug out. Because if you don't have all your stuff in there and you don't know where all your stuff is and where's the baby seat and where's this thing and how come this thing's not here and I swear I left it here, where is it? Not gonna happen. So practice the problem. Have a load plan. Pastor Joe recently on Patreon did a very good post about load plans and bump plans relating to convoy ops. I just shot a video that will be up on YouTube. If it's not already, it'll be up soon, about convoy operations and lessons learned and relearned on our most recent deployment to Florida. But very rarely can you just jump in a vehicle and go. That's it. Go. We're going. Like, no, we're not. Did you bring your snacks? Did you get your snacks?
Yes.
You did? Did you get your water?
Yes.
Okay, good. Right? It's things like that. Good job. Fist bump. All right.
We have a
La, la,
handshake.
la, la, la. Yeah, we do have a handshake, but we'll do that in a hot minute. So, very rarely can you just jump in your vehicle and go. So you need to work on that. Everybody needs to work on that. So I can say in confidence, you need to work on that. If you just practiced it yesterday, guess what? You still need to work on it. Which brings us to point numero dos, which is Espanol for the 2-0 numero, which is what should be in your vehicle. Okay, I've addressed that a myriad of times on this channel, but I'll address it again. Number one, you need coffee. For my brother, the NWA Prepper, only the cool kids are subbed to NWA Prepper on YouTube. Only the cool kids. So if you want to up your social status, just ran over a snake. Sorry, bro.
What?
Do you even slither? If you want to up your social status, you should be subscribed to the NWA Prepper.
Oh man, I wish I had my glasses on. Maybe you could show them how cool I was.
I know. Where are they?
They're in my bag.
Oh, gosh. Okay. So, number one, you need coffee in your vehicle. Number two, our SOPs for a vehicle on a mission, meaning we deploy into an area, establish a position of strength, and then deploy love to the community, is that every vehicle must have commo and every vehicle must have a first aid kit. Bare minimum, basics. Commo, right here. Baofeng UV5R, 16.2 inch antenna, push-to-talk microphone, got 2 spare batteries, and the car charger in the center console of this
The
truck.
first aid kit's right here.
And we have a trauma kit down there, and then I also have a prototype of the Bearfac, which I love. I love this kit. It's big, but boy does it have capability. It's got all the capability. Hemostatic agents, twin tourniquets, blood stopping, pressure dressings, lots of gauze, lots of tape, lots of gloves. So,
Everything.
commo, medical, coffee. There is a case of MREs right there on the back seat. I don't normally roll around with a case of MREs in the truck, but I have one back there because it was looking like for a hot minute that we were going to deploy to flood affected areas here in Oklahoma. So I just threw a case of MREs on the back seat in case I had to go. I've got food back there. I can self-sustain. Between that and my ruck, man, I can self-sustain for a week. All right. So there's food back there. Water.
Birds in the air.
Here's water. This is a 1 quart Nalgene canteen-shaped bottle. There are birds in the air. So I've got water. I've got
Baseball bats.
baseball bats. I've got firepower, a considerable amount of. I'm not going to show you that on camera while I'm driving, but there are multiple weapons in the vehicle on my person and otherwise. I have my briefcase back there, my man purse, as y'all have seen before, made by the venerable Ollie Hansen.
I'm his firepower.
You're the firepower? Oh, my daughter is my firepower, apparently. That's good to know. So I've got in the back ropes and chains. I like having a chain or a tow strap in a vehicle for recovery, towing, whatever. I have ropes, I have rigging, I have chainsaws, gas and bar oil, all that's in a knack box, big job box in the back of the truck. So I've got quite a bit of capability on me right now. If you add in my line gear, which if I go anything farther than a couple of towns away, like outside of these little towns that are around here, my rucksack and my war belt go in the vehicle. So I've got a long gun, I've got 330 rounds of ammunition, I've got my ruck, I've got all the things. I've got all the things with me that if I need them, I've got them. And so the nice thing about having a vehicle is, man, if you think about even horrendous miles per gallon, your mileage, right? How far can you move? We'll just take this truck. We'll just say 4,000 pounds. How far can you move 4,000 pounds on a gallon of water? Not very far. Probably not near as far as this truck can move its weight plus whatever it's towing or hauling with a gallon of gasoline or diesel if you're a diesel guy. So vehicles are more ideal than walking for the vast majority of applications. So you should have your vehicle, it should be squared away. You should keep fuel in it. In this vehicle, when it gets to 3/4 of a tank, I add more. Mom, on the other hand, is like, it's got 1/8 of a tank, we're fine. And so I am constantly abducting my wife's vehicle and putting fuel in it. Constantly. She's getting better than she was, but man, it's not.
Oh my gosh, it's like the dinner table. Your elbow is.
Yeah, get your elbow off of my elbow. My truck, not your truck. Woohoo! I have spare fluids in here, jumper cables, a jack, a spare tire. Make sure that your lug wrench fits the lugs on your wheels. This is a real story. Make sure that there is a jack in your vehicle. True story, bro. And make sure that your spare is the same size as the tires and wheels that are currently on your vehicle, because a lot of people change all that crap out and your spare doesn't fit anymore. So you should have all of that with you as well. But yeah, I like capability, man. I have a good amount of capability in the vehicle right now as SOP, right? Just as standard operating procedure. Vehicles don't roll without commo medical in them, for sure. They should have an adequate fuel supply. I think really you get to a half a tank, it's time to fill it again. Like, that's for real. And at 3/4, if there's a target of opportunity, chances are, if I've been in the vehicle a while, I'm probably gonna have to pee anyway. Might as well stop, get some fuel, pee, and keep everything, if it's supposed to be full, keep it full. If it's supposed to be empty, keep it empty. So, yeah, I mean, just some basic thoughts on your vehicle. Make sure that it runs well. Make sure that your gas cap is firmly secured all the way so you don't throw an engine light.
No, just keep
I'm looking at you. I know where we're going. It's right up there.
Okay, well,
Make sure you know where you're going, that you have adequate navigation for the area that you're operating in. Just a handful of random thoughts this morning as far as your bug out vehicle, or just your daily driver. Because let's be honest, most people do not have a dedicated bug out vehicle. Right? You got a dedicated bug out vehicle?
No, because I can't drive.
You don't got a dedicated anything vehicle. You've got a riding lawnmower occasionally. That's a good. We're gonna do a bugging out on lawnmowers series. How to adequately bug out on your riding lawnmower. Step 1: get a garden cart and attach it to your lawnmower. You just doubled your carrying capacity.
There's a bunch of bricks over there.
There's a bunch of bricks over there.
No, you missed it.
You are like shiny object syndrome. Let's put a bow in this conversation. So most people don't have a dedicated bug out vehicle. Okay, I know where we're going, Mom. Thanks. Most people don't have a dedicated bug out vehicle. They have a vehicle. So you should set your vehicle up in such a way that it's useful for you if/when you're going to need it to do the bug outy things with, where it makes sense to have a little bit more capability than your average daily driver, whatever that may be. You know, your standard Toyota Camry on the road, or these days it's probably an SUV or a pickup truck. Which, I've just got to say this. Ladies and girls,
What?
and boys and germs, if you drive a pickup truck, please do pickup truck things with it. I'm not kind of against, no qualifiers. I'm against people who own pickup trucks and don't do pickup truck things with them. If you're not towing or hauling something, why? Why do you have a pickup truck? Well, I like it. For why? For why? What do you do with it? What, you like the 12 miles to the gallon that you get? Or 8? Or 30 if you're my buddy Hunter Seeker who chipped his truck? Or my buddy McAdams Airman who chipped his truck?
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, words. So point being, use your truck. If you have a truck, use it. Just saying. Okay, we'll end there. Square your vehicle away, put a little bit of thought into it, and literally just approach your vehicle and look in it and go, could I leave right now? What's missing for me to leave right now? Whatever's missing, throw it in there that if you had to leave right now, you could without having to stop and think about it. Okay? That's it. That's the conversation. Kid, you're killing me. Say bye.
Bye, people.
Bye, people.